で頭にこう口にしてシュピーンアムロ行きますって。
Okay. She's a liar?
Last month, the Japanese internet turned on one of its most beloved figures. Her name is Hiyama Saya, and although a simple weather reporter, she found her way into the hearts of millions of internet users through cute clips that garnered millions of views.
Okay.
She ticks all the boxes. She has nerdy hobbies like cosplaying and gaming.
I have those. I drink Monster. I drink Liquid Death.
And on top of that, she's even a bit socially awkward.
I'm socially awkward.
Saya is essentially a nerdy guy's dream girl. So for some fans...
Okay, if the reveal is that she just has a relationship and everyone gets pissed, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be mad. If it was a bunch of like incels thinking that she was going to... a lot of Pepe laughs.
The best part was, it seemed like she was single.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Her 5-year career at Weather News Live, a 24/7 online weather channel hosted entirely by young women, yes, we'll get to that later, has brought her a lot of success. In addition to becoming the most popular weatherwoman in Japan, she was chosen by her home prefecture of Ibaraki to represent them as an ambassador. And if those weren't big enough honors already, this year the company Sharp produced special Hiyama Saya air purifiers voiced and signed by her. Hey, that's not a bad idea.
Why would you want a custom branded voiced air purifier? It shouldn't even speak. It should just purify the air. Make an Atrioc one. You guys will buy those? If I go out and get and spend 800 grand with a factory to get them built, and I have a whole bunch sitting in my garage, I'm not just gonna be stuck. You guys are gonna buy them for sure. They'll sell out. I'm not okay, because I would be deeply underwater. I would lose a lot of money financially. If you guys didn't buy, you're going to buy 10 of them. You know, we lost money on the Sigma tank because people didn't buy very many of those. Make it moo. Yeah, that's what everybody wants, an air purifier, right? To make the sound of a cow. I would buy one for every room. Okay. Well, good.
Yeah, would you guys buy an air purifier voiced by me? Ohayo gozaimasu. Unfortunately,
wait, I gotta keep it paused. There's ads. I hate how incels ruin everything because they think they can get with every famous cute celebrity. I mean, I guess incels think they can get with no one, right? That's the whole point. I think it's more of like just losers on the internet, you know? It's just sexism. It's just sexism, really, is what it is. But I'll see how this plays out because I'm assuming that the fact is she has a boyfriend and they'll get pissed at her, which is crazy. Japan has a crazy amount of parasocial Andes. It's funny to be parasocial for your weather woman. That's how, like, content-ified the world has gotten. To where, you know, the person that gives you the weather, you have to know about their life. And it's important to you that you know about their relationships. That's... That's actually kind of crazy when you think about it. We do it for our news reporters? What do you mean we? What are you saying we, bro? I don't know shit about fucking... Is there... Who? Anderson Cooper? I don't know. Who do I'm trying to think of who's a modern news reporter anymore? Al Roker? I don't know who Al Roker's dating. Tucker? Yeah, man, brother. I do follow Tucker. Obviously, I send a letter to Tucker Carlson every day saying, thank you, King. Keep up the good fight. You are the only one who can save this country. Thank you for your tireless coverage. Because sometimes I wake up and I'm not angry enough. And then I watch Tucker Carlson and he teaches me that I should be angrier, which is a great thing for a newscaster to do.
For Saya, when you have millions of fans, some of them are bound to take it a bit too far.
Holy moly.
Whether through fan art, massive donations to the stream, or simply by purchasing her essay/photo book Blue Moment, members of Team Saya did everything.
That was yen, right? What is that in yen, though? What is 1.8 million yen? $15,000? $18,000? Take off 00? That's 12K now. Dude, we were just talking with Ari's best friend, maid of honor, who lives in Japan, and she was just saying how hard it is because they get paid in yen, dude, and it's like the yen is so fucking weak right now. It just feels like you're getting a pay cut. Everyone feels like they're getting a 20% pay cut.
Purchasing her essay/photo book Blue Moment, members of Team Saya did everything they could to support her, and it was looking like they might get a chance to meet her in person. The Weather News Live fan meetup was coming in July, and there hadn't been one in 5 years. All of the casters were going to be there, including Saya. There was only one.
This is for a weather channel? This is the Weather News Live fan meetup? Like a fucking Comic-Con for weather women? We're behind. American weather technology is behind. Do we have any famous weather people? I guess Al Roker, but he's old. I mean, Al Roker's way past his prime. Who's an up and coming weather person? Also, Al Roker's not like, no one's making fan cams of Al Roker. Nobody's making fan cams, bro. I am. I know you guys jokes before you say them. I know your jokes before you say them because it's sort of the most, think of the most obvious thing to say in contradiction to what I'm saying, and that is what you spam.
Problem. Tickets, even at their 6,500 yen price point, were in super high demand. The 1,000-seat venue sold out in minutes.
Amazing.
Never have a group of men been so excited about the weather. But anyways, around a week before the fan meetup, something weird started happening. Saya...
I'm sorry, do they ever disagree? Like, let's say two of the weather idols disagree whether it's going to rain on Thursday. Does that create a Twitter battle? Does it become drama? Is there hate threads, blood spilling, friends pulling apart, comment threads? It would be World War III. Saya's the top dog, so it's up to her. She thumbs up, thumbs down, and they kill the one that's wrong.
Stopped appearing on Weather News Live. Nobody could figure out why.
Wait, what happened?
No Saya today or tomorrow, huh? I'm feeling a bit Saya deprived. She's off tomorrow, too. What's going on? Is she taking a summer vacation or something? Saya busoku. Saya busoku. Does this mean she's quitting Weather News? Saya, please tell us that you're not leaving Weather News.
Sorry, this is after 2 days off. Bro, obviously a much smaller scale, but I do feel this sometimes when I take a day off and the chat is full of people mooing at me. Just fucking mooing. Like I have to go live. I feel like I picture it like I'm being all yelled at by fucking cows.
But eventually, Saya was found. And not by some sleuthy detective work either. Saya, or at least someone who looked like her, was found in the last place anybody expected. Great Britain. Watching Wimbledon. Oh my god. Could it be? Yep, it was her. Saya, who had never expressed any interest in tennis before, took time off to fly all the way to the UK to watch Wimbledon? I thought she'd be at home gaming during her summer break. Wimbledon is a big shock.
I thought she'd be drinking Monster and gaming. The Saya I know would be playing Elden Ring at 3 a.m. fighting Melania. How could she go watch a physical sport?
The match she was watching was between Daniel Gallen and the #1 ranked Japanese player Nishioka Yoshihito, and she was in seats that are generally reserved for friends and family. Friends and family seats? The person beside Saya must be the one connected to Nishioka, right? I hope that's what's going on. Well, that isn't what was going on. The person beside Saya was her mom. And then, even more revealing footage came out. Saya had come to the UK with her mom to be Nishioka's special guest at Wimbledon. This has to be a lie. It's all but confirmed now. Huh? Yamete kureo, uso daro, Saya-chiya, Saya. I just don't care anymore. The colors have faded from my world. Nishioka, that guy?
I mean, a fucking nationally ranked tennis player playing in one of the best tournaments in the world? Yeah, that's a cool guy. That guy?
Even a great serve goes and the racket bin.
Why does it have to
be
him?
Bit of a rager,
Some fans
though.
were getting so angry that even the car guy had to come in and defend Saya. Things got so crazy online that Saya eventually had to put out a statement.
Woman who falls for men's DMs. First of all, what does that mean? Like he tricked her in the DMs and then she flew to Great Britain? Saya plus sports player don't go well together. Hope she wakes up soon. Saya, I have no experience with men. I find them a bit scary. She was saying this stuff while dating a man? Stop lying. I think her finding them a bit scary is accurate. It's accurate. I think her quote is proven more correct by your
Twitter.
Response.
To all my wonderful supporters, I wanted to share some personal news with you that you may have already seen in a few reports. I'm currently in a relationship with the professional tennis player Nishioka Yoshihito. We both look forward to nurturing our bond and supporting each other in the days to come. Your continued warmth and encouragement would mean the world to us. Nishioka also put out a statement saying the relationship was getting pretty serious and getting mad at people for posting the racket-breaking clips.
Okay.
Look, maybe you're still not convinced that Saya getting a boyfriend is a big deal. But you know who was convinced? Weather News Live shareholders. Their stock...
Oh my God, I almost spit fucking carbonated liquid death all over my keyboard. I really had to hold that in. That's crazy. 10% movement on a stock overnight because the Weatherwoman had a boyfriend?
Stock fell like 10% overnight. Saya lost a ton of followers in the same period. And when she finally showed up on screen after Wimbledon, there was chaos.
Oh my God.
The chat wouldn't...
This is the craziest thing about Japanese live streams is they just fucking... They put the text like this. Like, how do you even possibly... How does this... You can't even fucking... You can't... It's too distracting. All right, keep playing.
Stop spamming tennis balls and Nishioka's name on screen.
引き続き温かく見守っていただけると嬉しく思います。今後ともどうぞよろしくお願いいたします。
This whole situation is obviously completely foreign to people unfamiliar with East Asian idol culture. Western celebrities are free to have romantic partners, and the only time it'll make the news is if there was like cheating or if their boyfriend went on a podcast or something. But in Japan, this is normal. Fans are less interested in idols who are in relationships, so idols are expected not to date. It's not written in their contracts, that would be illegal, but it's clearly an industry norm. Now, is Hiya Masaya an idol? It's easy to reject this premise and say, no, she's a weathercaster, but it's undeniable that Weather News Live is only as successful as it is today because of how they've involved attractive young women in their business strategy. Every year, the company holds auditions to find the cutest new talent to hire. They know what the fans want. However, this approach inevitably subjects the casters to intense scrutiny. There is certainly more depth to Saya than just
it's
the
kind of like
adorable
K-pop,
otaku
right?
character she's expected to portray on screen. But because of how Weather News encourages these parasocial interactions...
This is not just a Japan thing. Maybe the Japan response about relationships. But like, you know, I think Roger Ailes of Fox News did this for his newscasters. Boy bands did it, obviously, especially in the 90s with NSYNC and Backstreet Boys. K-pop does it. Yeah.
with the expensive merchandise, the air purifier.
But generally, it's not a requirement. They can't have a personal life. That's a weird extra requirement
cute
for
clips
Japan.
on their official channel. The now 29-year-old Saya isn't even allowed to make basic life decisions without causing a massive scandal, and that's not fair. The men who were upset with her are called Jaksha Dansei. They are vulnerable and lonely men, and they feel like Weather News Live specifically targeted them with their marketing. They actually made up a new word to describe this. It's called Jakudan Eigyo, and it means business exploiting vulnerable men. And it's unfortunate that they feel exploited, but they shouldn't direct their anger at Saya.
Yeah.
The biggest scandal that erupted from the no dating rule happened in 2012 when a tabloid magazine reported legendary AKB48 member Minegishi Minami slept over at a man's house. The blowback was honestly insane. Minegishi was immediately demoted to trainee status within the group, and within 24 hours had shaved her head in penance.
What the fuck? That's awful management. You have to stand by your talent. That's so fucked up. They demoted her for causing a nuisance to the fans? That's so fucked. Oh, obviously there's going to be fucking crazy fans. But for the management to give in to them,
To trainee status within the
crazy.
group, and within 24 hours had shaved her head in penance and was made to post an apology to the official AKB48 YouTube channel. It made headlines all over Japan and in the West too. There are honestly so many other no dating
That's
scandals
crazy. I never
involving
heard
female
of this.
idols, but it happens to male idols as well. When heartthrob Fukuyama Masaharu announced his marriage in 2015, the stock price of his talent agency Amuse fell 9%.
Sorry, ladies, I'm taken.
Although it feels like a relic of the past, it doesn't seem like the no dating rule is going anywhere anytime soon. Last year, amidst a different...
This is insane because I can understand people being lonely, and I can understand people even getting a little parasocially attached. But even then, they're not brain dead, right? They're not stupid. They know that there's zero chance. It changes nothing. You know what I'm saying? It changes. There's no. Are they actually brain? Like, is it? That's crazy. Like, she's gonna. I don't know. That it just doesn't make any sense. Like that part doesn't make any sense to me.
KB48 no dating scandal. The group's director, a former idol herself, Mukaichi Mion.
If Atrioc gets a girlfriend, I'm gonna act like this. I have some terrible news for you.
Made a sympathetic statement on Twitter saying it might be time
Actually,
to
you know what? I can tell you honestly, I have no girlfriend. Actually, I have great news. I have no girlfriend. I'm just like you guys. No girlfriend.
get rid of the no dating rule and that she would speak to management about it. But a lot of fans seem to be upset with this idea. They didn't want the no dating rule removed. And the results of this poll show the same sentiment. The backlash to Mion's statement about rethinking the rule was so bad.
Wait, I'm sorry. I need to see this again.
A simple, the group's director, a former idol herself, Mukaichi Mion, made a sympathetic statement on Twitter saying it might be time to get rid of the
no dating rule, okay?
No dating rule and that she would speak to management about it. But a lot of fans seem to be upset with this idea.
It's not about the no dating rule. You can still date as an idol, but hide it. All caps. We don't need to rethink the rule. I don't want anything to do with an idol with a boyfriend. Giving presents to an idol with a boyfriend. Or saying, I love you. No way. No way. That's insane.
They didn't want the no dating rule removed. And the results of this poll show the same sentiment.
How do you feel about the no dating rule? 44% say just don't get caught dating. Don't get caught is 44. Second is it's necessary at 24. It's a skill issue. Forehead. Okay, but you realize people are stalking her across the world at Wimbledon and checking the fucking seats to see if they're friends and family seats. So she can't leave the house. So she might as well not be. She can't do anything in public.
The backlash to Mion's statement about rethinking the rule was so bad that the next morning she was forced to put out another statement saying that she misspoke and that after speaking with management,
crazy.
Actually there is no dating rule and that group members make their own decisions. When it comes to Saya, the line between weather reporter and idol has clearly been blurred. While it's easy to envy the financial success that must come with a position like hers, the psychological toll of living under such public scrutiny must be immense. A woman getting a boyfriend should not be the news of the week or some sort of scandal.
That's crazy.
Put yourself in Saya's shoes. Imagine how stressful this must have been. You can't go public and say you have a boyfriend because your fans have developed some image of you. You're in another country with him and people still catch you. Your fans are enraged and through no fault of your own, your company loses tons of money and it makes headline news. All of this 2 days before your massive fan meetup event. Oh yeah, I still have to talk about the fan meetup. So,
yeah,
as you could imagine, everyone online thought the fan meetup was going to be a catastrophe. Image board users were amalgamating salty fan tweets, and they even found the car guy parked outside the venue. I even caught wind of this as it was happening and tuned into the broadcast to see the chaos. But actually, it went a lot better than expected. Yes, the audience turned out to be 90% men, mostly in their 30s and 40s. And yes, 20% of the seats were empty, most likely in protest. But aside from that, things went pretty well. When all the casters were being introduced, Saya got memed on a little bit.
That's crazy.
The fans honestly did a great job supporting her. That wasn't the only time they memed on her, though.
That's a funny roast. He's got jokes. He's got jokes.
In the end, the event came to a close without a hitch. And that's kind of been the theme since. Saya still works for Weather News, the negativity has mostly died off, and things are back to normal. Thanks for watching. Say something nice to Saya on Twitter or in the Weather News chat if you feel like being nice to her after this.
Okay, so it's more like some people who are terminally online and probably wouldn't even have gone to the fan meetup to begin with are psychos. But also they have nowhere else to go and probably ended up watching anyway. Did the stock go up after? Weather News Live, Japan stock. They're down. They are down from their 2021 peak. I don't know when this scandal happened, but they've declined. Though, you know, it's not bad. They're still above 2020. I don't know when this scandal happened. Could be unrelated, or it could be, oh, this dip in the middle, was that when it happened? And it's back, and then it came down. Yeah, I mean, a lot of stocks have this same trend line where 2021 they zoomed because there was just so much fucking free money out there, and then it sort of came back to earth. So like literally Zoom. What's Zoom stock? Yeah, I mean, look, that's 2020, but you get it's the same gist. It's funny that Zoom is actually exactly where it was before COVID. Like, COVID was the event. It's the meteor. It's the fucking 1 in a million moonshot to make Zoom a big company, and they are exactly where they were before. It's as if nothing happened. That's crazy. That's a crazy, I don't know. It's impressive. What's funny is, like, if the guy could have sold, you know what I'm saying? They could have got bought. They could have sold the whole company. But they tried to make, like, package other things with it. They could have sold to Microsoft or something and made just an absolute legendary bag. It reminds, I mean, I think the greatest all-time bag fumble, obviously there's been bigger bag fumbles, but the one that I think is the greatest is Clubhouse. Because Clubhouse is just a fucking audio chat room for Twitter. You know, it's just an audio chat room. They had a $4 billion offer from Twitter, pre-Elon Musk. $4 billion. And they said no. And now they're worthless. And it was like 6 months later, they were worthless. $4 billion for audio chat room. Like basically a Discord voice call. Man, that is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. They had no users too. When they got the $4 billion offer, they barely had any, like it was hot right then. And they could have, crazy. Just blows my mind. Bet the execs got a shitload of money though? No, they got way less than they would have gotten if they sold. The execs fumbled their own bag. They thought it would go higher. And the execs lost. I mean, everybody involved in Clubhouse is mad. Employees are mad. Investors are mad. Executives are mad. Just some fucking idiot thought that was a good idea to hold.